Do you know who invented the King Arthur's Round Table?
No.
Circumference.
This grasshopper walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, we got a drink named after you." Grasshopper says, "You got a drink named Larry?"
Singing in the shower is a lot of fun until you get soap in your mouth. And then it's a soap opera.
Heard it. Hi, I'm Rob Reindl. I'm the owner of Oasis Turf Tree, and we've lived in the Loveland community for the last 30 years or so. We started in Loveland. We purchased a home in 1996. As a new business owner, we were virtually had to operate out of our home. The community loves to support local businesses. People supported us very well. Got thousands of customers in Loveland. We've got 22,000 customers total, but a great majority of them are here in Loveland.
Thanks for being here.
Never too busy for you, buddy.
See, that's what I like about you. Oasis has been very successful. You have an absolutely beautiful building, which I believe you did 90% of the design, if I'm not mistaken. So, but tell me a little bit, why is Oasis in Loveland, number one? Yeah. And why don't you just talk a little bit, not only that, but what makes Oasis different?
Our families basically started here in Loveland. We've lived here for almost 30 years now. Our kids grew up together, went to school together, and we love the community. Lived in the same house for 25 years. So obviously we wanted to build a business here in the community, and we found a fantastic location where the old bowling alley was at, and it gave us a lot of natural space to not just have a building, but to have a beautiful space here in Loveland. So,
what makes Oasis different?
One of the areas that we've discovered that makes a huge difference in results in lawn care is soil health. Traditional farming, they discovered that eventually you deplete the nutrients in the soil life. The life-giving organisms in the soil actually get depleted through traditional farming methods. And they've discovered that the best way to, for example, get the most bushels of broccoli from an acre of land is by focusing on the health of the soil, by reintroducing that biology back into the soil. And so we've taken that technology and applied it to lawn care. And by doing so, you can reduce the inputs, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, are major nutrients the lawn care company would apply to the lawn. And we can reduce those by 30%, still get the same results. So what happens is you get much thicker, healthier turf, greener, more beautiful, and there's less mowing, less watering requirements, and ultimately the best defense against weeds is a thick, healthy turf, and the best way to get a thick, healthy turf is through soil health. And so by doing that, you also reduce your need for weed controls, disease controls, and so forth. But obviously the big part of what makes us unique is our service team, our customer service and field team. I tell them, treat our customers like they're your grandma, right?
Yeah, right. There you go.
And if you treat them like that, then of course, if you expect your team to do that for you, then you got to treat your team like family.
We're in the land of love, right? So you definitely show your employees some love. So, do you have any comments on that?
My mentor early on, Denny Baker, he taught me just how important treating your team right, doing the right things all the time, even when it's difficult. It needs to be more than just a job. If you want to make a career out of it and treat each other like family, then you're going to, do fun things together. So we do a karting event every year. We obviously have above grade pay, and we want our team to invest long term for their future. So we really encourage them investing money in their future. Just the things that are important if you're going to make a lifetime decision to be involved with a company, then you need to provide long-term care for the team.
So what's coming down? I know you guys have had some growth, and I won't step on your answer, but what's coming down the pike for Oasis?
So we just finished our new facility in Dayton that basically doubles our opportunities to grow. We were at max capacity I think when we moved into our new facility in Loveland in 19, we had about 10,000 customers. We're now at 22,000 customers. That facility was really designed to take care of about 18,000 customers. So we were in desperate need of another facility. We chose Dayton as our next location. If all goes well, we'll be choosing to put another location down in northern Kentucky.
All right,
we do have customers down there, so it's just when we reach capacity that dictates us needing another branch. But our Dayton branch will allow us to service another 18,000 customers,
Great.
and about 90 new team members.
Once again, another great looking facility, right?
Thank
It looks similar.
It's darn near identical.
Yes. I do like the fact that as you're heading up for down 75, there's the Oasis sign right there above the highway, right?
Thank you. Yes.
That's very well done. Very well done.
Thanks.
So, yeah.
We put solar panels on the roof. Both facilities are net zero, so meaning they provide all the energy necessary to run the operation. Up in Dayton, we're actually going to be adding electric vehicles to our fleet. The solar panels will also charge the electric vehicles. And we're working on a new project. I'm developing an electric ride-on fertilizing machine. The challenge with trying to create something like that is now you've got 40 machines you need to treat all of these lawns. Now where do you plug them in, right? So we're actually installing solar panels on the roof of the van that will charge a battery inside the van that will then charge the electric machine. Basically, our machines will be net zero as well. They'll be running off the sun. So
yeah, fantastic. Once again, I learned something new, right? So yeah, no, that's fantastic. And you've been in Loveland for 20 something years, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Loveland?
I like that the community has an old town feel to it. I like the bike trail. My wife and I were just out walking Sunday evening. Took a walk after we went to Tano's for dinner. It's just a great community. They just need more parking. After they just finished a parking lot.
Well, let City Hall know.
Right?
Yeah, excellent.
That's really nice down there, yeah.
So, you say you have a question for me?
I do.
Yeah, go
ahead. I've shared a little bit about our secret sauce. Can you share a little bit about what makes Jarvis Global unique?
Yeah, well, so my smart aleck answer was going to be the secret sauce is ketchup and mayonnaise, right? But no, and here's the thing, and I think most successful business leaders would probably answer the same way you just kind of answered the question. It's about taking care of people. Okay, obviously it's a numbers game. You're playing around with markets, you're playing around with economics, you're playing around with drama. This year, 2025, has already been more than its fair share of drama. But in all of that, you're just trying to get people to their goals and things like that. But honestly, if you ask me, if you ask Caitlin, you ask Austin, it's 100% about making sure you're taking care of people.
Well, I know I trust you to take care of the 100 or so people that work for us. You're taking care of their investments for us. I appreciate that. We're very happy with the returns. And
if you guys are happy, we're happy.
The adoption event will be Saturday, June 21st from noon to 3. It'll be at our location here in Loveland at 897 Loveland Madera Road. There will be Kona Ice will be here along with Hawaiian food truck. There will be an artist making drawings of pets and their new owners. The admission is free. All proceeds will support rescue and adoption efforts. And Oasis Turf Tree will match all adoption fees as donations to support the league's life-saving.
So Rob, this wouldn't be part of a finance show if we didn't actually ask a finance question, right? So I understand that you have a finance question, and maybe we'll have Austin take a shot at it. How's that sound?
Absolutely. You hear a lot of things about the economy. I'd kind of just like to know what your opinion is about the long-term U.S. economy, and how do you plan for that as well?
So 5 years, I see more policy change, a slowdown in new job growth, and the U.S. debt increasing. So I believe that the U.S. economy will still grow over the next 5 years, but I believe it's going to be a more modest growth.
We've had a few rough years over the last 5 years, right? In the high inflation and things like that. I think we're going to kind of slide into where maybe inflation is not that concern that we've had over the last few years and things like that. So after getting a huge bump up in prices, which really, unless something really bad happens, it's not really going to work itself way back down, right? If we get inflation under control, right now we're at basically what you would call natural unemployment, so right around that 4% level or whatever. So employment looks good. The consumer still continues to, as I always like to call it, the consumer is still in it to win it, right? So they're still, even if they might not have been too happy this year, they're still spending money. Now, the big question is whose money are they spending? But are they spending theirs, or are they putting it on credit cards? But no, I think we're moving into a period that we're going to be fine. I think hopefully we have less volatility than we've had in the last few years. So if I was a business owner, I think I'd be pretty happy. Now, the problem is always the thing that you don't see coming, right? We talk about things and it's like we plan for this, we plan for that. It's always the thing that you don't see coming to get you, right? And sure, we will have that. The next 3 years probably will have a little bit of volatility just because of certain things, but I still, overall, the short answer, too late, is, I think we're looking pretty good for like the next 5 years or so.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What about 5 to 10?
We would have another election in there, so more policy shifts.
A lot can happen.
A lot can happen in 10 years.
Gotcha.
That's when I say my crystal ball is cracked and I don't know.
But I can tell you to stay in the market.
Yeah, right?
Don't get out in the next 10 years.
Once again, I learned a couple new things just in here talking to you. So, and exceptionally happy about your guys' success and the direction you're going. So you are, I call them jewels of Loveland, right? And I think Oasis is becoming one of the jewels of Loveland, to be honest with you. So appreciate your time.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate your friendship and your help with our company as well.